Welcome to the Social Podcast, where no discussion or debate is off limits.
Welcome.
Lovely.
We'd also like to welcome back to the show actor and comedian Nigel Downer.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, keep your hands going because I love that we get to say this. We want to congratulate Canadian tennis champion Victoria. This was last night. She got that title win at the National Bank Open last night. What an incredible game of tennis. We're so excited to see where she goes. Cincinnati Open is next week. We'll see if she plays. Maybe U.S. Open end of the month. Guys, she walked away with over $1 million Canadian tonight. So, congratulations, Victoria. We're rooting for you.
Yeah.
Especially Andrea.
Yes.
Especially Andrea.
Listen, I could barely watch it. I know congratulations. I was like I was her mother. I'm like, why am I so stressed? I had to turn the channel. I'm like, I can't. And then when she won, I was running up and down my own apartment and down the hallway. People must have thought I was crazy.
I know.
But great news. Great news.
Okay, well, listen, we're going to kick this off. On a rare day off during her Up All Night international tour, Jennifer Lopez, the one and only J.Lo, she was spotted doing some retail therapy in Istanbul, Turkey. So the pop star, though, she was reportedly denied entry to Chanel when the security guard said to her, sorry, ma'am, we're at capacity. So do you applaud the security guard for turning her away?
Yeah. I guess I was today years old when I realized Chanel has a capacity. Like, I didn't know. It's like, I've never been in one. Anywho, I do think the security guard was just doing their job. If there is a capacity, they're doing their job. And, you know, we all hate it when celebrities get preferential treatment. Remember that scene, of course, in Pretty Woman where Julia Roberts showed up.
Yep.
Nobody knew she had any money. She was nobody, and she was treated badly, and she was turned away. Well, in this case, they knew who she was, and they still turned her away. And isn't that progress?
No, I don't know if we know that.
Maybe?
Do we know that?
How would you not know who J.Lo is?
Because apparently the backstory is, because I know my whole girl's business, I actually don't know, I can't say for certain, but it doesn't seem like he knew who she was, because as soon as the other people who worked there realized who she was, they came running out after her. And she said, no, thank you. I'll be spending my money next door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right.
What are your thoughts, Nigel?
Hey, listen, man, I think if I was that security guard, I'm doing the same thing, y'all.
Why?
I'm doing the same thing.
Why?
One in, one out. That's how the club works. That's how Chanel Club works. You know what I mean? I don't care. She's just another human being, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, if she's coming through, I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, can I see your ID? J.Lo, huh? Yeah, well, we had capacity up in here, so you're on for wait. But in Turkish, I would say that. You know what I mean? No, so I agree with him. I think he's doing the thing. He's doing the thing which he was taught to do. Somebody would eventually leave, then she can come back in. You know what I mean?
Nope, I'm sorry. If I am the CEO and you're that security guard, you're out of a job today, baby. You are out of a job. Listen, Chanel is not like the DMV where everybody just has to stand in line and just wait. We're talking about a high-end luxury brand where a handbag will run you anywhere from $6,000 to $13,000. So if you have a global superstar who has millions of dollars of disposable income and is also someone who, whatever she wears, she influences everybody, Melissa, and they buy it, and you have a guy who's standing at the door who doesn't recognize her, first of all, that's a fail. Whether you recognize her or not, that is a fail. And it's not like she was asking for preferential treatment. She wasn't like, listen, I want everybody out of the store, just me and my entourage.
Do we know that,
it
though?
wasn't, no, because it was daytime, and it's also, because she was with 4 people.
But maybe that's what tipped it over the edge. If she just showed up as herself, lone wolf.
In high-end shopping,
and not what she was rolling with.
In high-end
4
shopping,
people
come with such ridiculous requests, and I'm not talking famous people, and she wasn't asking for any of those things. She just wanted to browse. And all of these high-end stores, they have these rooms that are in the back where they serve you champagne.
Yep.
Put her in one of those rooms and let her see whatever she wants, because the honest to goodness truth is, luxury brands right now are suffering. They've seen a steep decline in sales.
Good.
Right? So, that being said, you cannot afford to look at a J.Lo and go, sorry, we're at capacity. It's like, no, ma'am, what would you like? I'm gonna put you in the room. What kind of champagne? Do you want water, flat, or bubbly? I'm sorry, this guy was a major fail, and he would be fired for me.
I gotta say this, I agree with you on like 99% of it. I gotta say, if you're working as a security guard in a high-end luxury store, the one thing you should be receiving, and I'm not saying it's his fault, I don't think he received celebrity training. There should be a binder.
Yes.
These are the international superstars. Oprah,
Rihanna.
Jennifer Lopez, Rihanna.
Yep.
You're like Beyonce. Like what? She's on tour in your city.
I was just
bet
gonna
you
say that,
all
yeah.
the news stations would have been like, it's J.Lo fever in Istanbul. Like, where has this guy been living? And I don't know if that's his fault or
Maybe
if
he's
it is
friends with
Chanel's
Ben
fault.
Affleck.
Why you gotta drag Ben into
I'm
this?
sorry, I don't know.
But I will say,
Careful.
low blow. What I will say is it is a little bit of blame on her team also. I think if you are her team and J.Lo, who rolls deep and she's got money to spend, you should be doing what most managers do. You call the store ahead and you say, Jennifer's
There's a nice
coming
idea.
at this time. Clear it out. So there was a bit of a fail on their part, but she did the Pretty Woman thing. She went to Celine next door and she spent tens of thousands of dollars.
Thank you.
They lost.
She didn't have to. I think
but out of spite.
Out of spite, she definitely did.
Because she was like,
Yeah,
I'm with
definitely
4
did.
people and you can't let me in. All right, no problem. Big mistake. Huge. Good for you. Good for you, J.Lo. Don't give them
Okay.
another penny.
We're gonna move on to this Amazon's new War of the Worlds movie. Have you heard about this? It's starring Ice Cube. It just got a whopping score of 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, okay? Despite this, the film is currently the most watched film on the streaming platform, okay?
Yeah.
So, look at this footage, it's amazing. Nigel, would a 0% Rotten Tomatoes score make you more curious about seeing a film?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. It doesn't matter what the percentage was, because I watched it this morning.
No, you did not. You didn't. Do tell.
You
And
wanted to?
I feel no ways about it. I feel a little dumber, but I feel no ways about it.
Okay.
Does it deserve the 0%?
100% it does. Listen, man, but to answer your question specifically, the 0% for me doesn't do anything for me because I enjoy a film I enjoy whatever that film is. I don't need to be swayed one way or the other. I'll take Rotten Tomatoes or whoever the critic is with a grain of salt. I'll be like, okay, cool. Well, maybe this movie might not be for me. But 0%, I mean, that only makes me like, well, I got to see it anyway. And I saw it and I was like, dang, I missed out. I shouldn't have saw it. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. It's brutal. Like, I mean, it would have been cool in like 2010, 2015 when I'm gonna say this ironically, but when we were all on our screens and everything was on the screen because nobody interacts with each other in that movie at all. It's literally just screen after screen after screen. And it's very, very weird. You know what? Y'all gotta watch and get back to me. Y'all go watch it. Yeah, I don't know.
I think with bad movies, you gotta manage your expectations. That's what it is for me. Because I generally, if everybody's saying the movie's bad, I usually won't watch it unless there's an A-list cast, and then I have to watch it. And the best example of that was in 2019, they did a remake of Cats. Do you guys remember this? Jennifer Hudson, Taylor Swift, Idris Elba, James Corden, Dame Judi Dench. This was the A-list group that every single producer and director would want, and this movie was so bad. Listen, they had a huge media rollout, but it didn't take very long. And one critic, I love this one critic, says, it's 2 hours of stray cats introducing themselves. And for that reason, I'm like, well, now I have to watch it because it's so bad. So I went in with very low expectations. I have watched it 6 times. Because it was so bad that I loved it. I'm like, I gotta watch that again. Thank you, Crave, because you can watch it on Crave. You don't have nothing to do tonight? Pour yourself a glass of something, get your snacks, and watch Cats. I'm telling you.
No, but first watch War of the Worlds. First watch War of the Worlds, and then watch.
I think for both of these, you're grabbing more than a glass. But anyway.
Just in case you wanted to know, though, Cats is sitting on Rotten Tomatoes at 19%, okay? So that's a lot better than a 0%. I don't know, is there something about, like, some movies are so bad that they achieve, like, cult status, right? Like, we know, like, Showgirls was one of those, sitting at 24%. But you mentioned the A-list cast. That's not a guarantee of, like, it being anything remotely good, even above 0%. There's one movie, sorry, they have a list of the top 0% movies on Rotten Tomatoes. The #1 is a movie that I've never heard of called Ballistic, and it actually has a subtitle, Axe versus Sever, which is just a terrible, why did you even have that on there? It's got Lucy Liu and Antonio Banderas in it. And then there's another one, this also gave me a kick. This is at #5, Gotti. Remember Gotti? There was a movie, John Travolta.
Oh, yes, Travolta.
Anyway, the critics can...
I know what I'm doing tonight.
How do you rank all zeros?
Well, it means it's an aggregate, right? It means that every single person who saw, hundreds of people who saw this all said it was absolutely
No, but how do you rank 0 against another 0? Like
I
these
don't
are
know.
like,
That's
how
a good
are these,
question.
right?
Yeah. How? It would be the amount of people who said it was 0.
Sure.
That's how it would be there.
I'm envious of all of you who have time to watch movies. If I can get out, I just think, like, if I finally can get out to watch a movie, it better be a hit. Like, if it's not a big splashy rollout and everyone's raving about it and every critic says it's amazing, then guess what? My bed looks way more exciting.
Oh, but wait.
Than that.
I'm not going to the cinema for that. They're not getting my hard-earned money.
Oh, okay.
This is on one of the streaming services that I have,
Okay,
and I'm trying to fall asleep, and then I'm like, okay, Cats it is. Let's do this.
Again.
And then before you know, you're like, I'm still up. It's great. I love this movie.
A writer for the Wall Street Journal did a deep dive on some very organized university students. She discovered that their calendars included things like when to eat, when to sleep, and when to run errands. One student even revealed she got a hookup with a question mark calendar invitation from a boy she's been seeing. So, do we like this level of organization, or is this a little weird and creepy?
Oh wow, look at me. Yeah.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Yes, I'm down for GCal. I use it for everything. Listen, if I didn't use GCal, I wouldn't be here.
GCal, can you, for the people, what's GCal?
Like Google Calendar.
Google Calendar, thank you.
If I didn't use Google Calendar, I would still be at home watching War of the Worlds.
No.
Because I put this show even in my calendar. I just need to be organized, and like I'm starting to miss a bunch of things.
Even
And
your schedule, your hookups, exactly.
Hookups need to be in the GCal?
well, maybe there's a certain hidden calendar that No, I'm not putting my
I do know
hookups in the
somebody who
thing.
does that. I'm not going to say her name because she's a Canadian personality, but she schedules Bob in her calendar.
What does that stand for?
That is
Yep.
her and her husband's coochie time.
No. Bob.
Yes,
Bob.
absolutely. There's a saying out there, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. And I am one of these people who also with you, I schedule everything because there's so much chaos in my head, there's so much going on that if I don't write it down, then I don't know it's for sure gonna get done. And I also have a terrible memory. I have a terrible memory. So if I'm not writing it down, but it's actually very therapeutic for me. The same way that I'm sure, like, you know, you journal, you write.
Sure.
Sometimes if I'm up and I'm sleepless, they say write things down. So I like getting things out of my head and down here that I don't have to think about it. I go, oh, check. So now, do I have spontaneity problems? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes,
Like
I do.
that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I like a day timer as much as the next person. Remember those when you would just like write? Some people still, you're still a fan. There are still people who do that. But I think about in university level, like there was one person in this article who they got a request and it said, come over to my room, ? Scheduled for 10 p.m. That seems like something you would normally text or pick up a phone or whatever.
That's an extreme. I think that's
I
on
just
the
wonder
further
if this
end.
is a bit in response. Like I'm thinking about the age group of these kids who are in university, and they would have gone through the pandemic. And the pandemic, as we all know, left us all feeling very out of control. There weren't a lot of things we could have control over our lives. So if this is an anxiety response a little bit, where it's like I'm going to micromanage every minute of my life because when I don't have that busyness, that's when I don't know what to do with myself, or I don't know how to exist.
Yeah, because I had the opposite experience. When I got into university, first of all, I was so nervous to be in university, and then when I got there and I go, wait a second, I have autonomy over my life? I can set my own schedule. There's no teacher. Love the teachers, but I did not miss the, so where are you supposed to be, Miss Bain? I wanted to say so many times, that's none of your business, but I couldn't say that. And there was also no bell ringing letting me know when my social time was over for recess. All of a sudden, it was up to me about getting to my class, and if I didn't get there, then I didn't get there, and it was nobody's business. And I also, especially your university years, this is before you have real responsibilities, you're not married, you don't have any children, so you're still free. So I love the university life of someone just popping up and going, did you hear about the such and such and such? We're all going, are you coming? And the answer was always, yes, of course I'm coming. And I would just figure things out, but I also had a job at 14 years old. I grew up as a free-range kid. My parents did not micromanage me. So I loved people just kind of letting me do my thing because I was becoming an adult, and the next step was the workforce where I would have to figure it out. So I think it's interesting that even your social time, because I get it, my dentist appointment, I'm gonna put that in the GCal. You know, the time I'm supposed to be at that job interview, in the GCal. But like hanging out with friends and hookups, baby,
Is it an outgrowth?
that's not my style. That's not my style. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen.
It doesn't sound very sexy, it's
No.
true. But I do wonder if there's an outgrowth. We know that kids these days, and have been for a while, are overscheduled. Parents have been overscheduling their own children. I wonder if this is the evolution of like, well, I don't know what my life is like, and I don't know if it's an anxiety response, but I don't know what my life is like unless I have back to back to back, which is a sad statement in and of itself.
It
so,
is indeed.
yes,
I think
maybe
you're
less scheduling.
Yeah,
a
I
little
think
bit?
you're right too, because there's just just so many things that these kids are inundated with in terms of like information all of the time. It's very easy to just lose track of what you're supposed to be doing. And then you're like, oh, okay, I just need 5 more minutes. Next thing you know, you're half an hour and you've just been doom scrolling or just whatever, right? So it's like, yeah, locking in. That for me, it's just locking in on that time for that business thing or whatever that work-related thing is.
Yeah.
That's primarily what I use it for.
Oh, my sister has a good saying. She always says, don't mistake movement for productivity.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
She's a smart one.
Also,
Anyway.
get your sex life out of your G-Cal. Okay, let's move on to something different. From thigh-bearing running shorts to a crop tee, there's just something about a certain item of clothing on a man. So respectfully, what's the most arousing thing a man can wear?
Oh.
Who wants to take that first?
Oh, my,
Nine?
I will. Oh, yes. Oh, we'll get to you, sir.
Okay.
Listen, there's certain erogenous zones that I love on a man. Now, the big caveat here is, I mean, he's probably got to be hitting the gym a little bit. Sorry, guys, but whatever. We've been dealing with this our whole lives, so there it is. I love a nice deep V because I love a guy's pecs, but right in the moment, right, like just that, like that Chris Hemsworth moment, like look there in those pecs. See how he's kind of leaning forward? It's like man cleavage. I love man cleavage. I also love when a guy does show his arms. If you've been working in the gym, let me see the work, sir. Let me see the work. So I do love a little Pedro Pascal
like a tank top.
sleeveless.
These
like
two
that.
exact things, we will never, if we were like we were friends in like university, we would never compete for the same guys because I would not be interested in either.
Meanwhile, I'm like,
together.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're not going to be as interested in what I have to say because it's a complicated answer that I have, which is something that it happened a lot in the 70s and 80s in music.
Oh, gosh.
I think it translated a little bit to the streets. It was men, like I'm thinking of I'll use examples in music first, like your Princes who would wear like a super tight pant or like a John Bon Jovi. These are not the greatest pictures. The ones that I had chosen were much
so you
more
like tight pants?
A low-rise
I like
tight
and it rarely happens
A flare?
out in the
low-rise tight
not,
pant?
not necessarily a flare, but just something that actually just sort of shows you, like it leaves nothing to the imagination. You just get a like, glimpse in.
Okay.
And it's got a kind of like, I don't know.
No.
Just you get an outline and my goodness, it leaves an impression.
Okay.
On me.
You don't want to see the full meat and potatoes. You just want to see the basket that it's in.
Just a hint.
Gotcha.
It takes a really confident penis owner to like wear that out in the world.
It does.
That's all.
Yeah,
He's feeling very awkward right now.
No, go ahead, Andrea. No, you go.
Okay. I'll take the heat off you. I like a man either nearly half naked or fully dressed. Now hear me out. I'm a legs lady. The pecs and stuff are great, but I'm all about the legs. So I like a mid-thigh short that is form-fitting but not tight, because nobody wants to see the meat and potatoes, but I would just like to see a hint of what
for
you're
yourself,
looking.
Andrea.
Just a hint, just a splash, or a man in a really nice, well-tailored custom suit.
Yes.
Good shoes, no socks. I don't want to see the socks. I know that's controversial. He can wear a sockette. I know, you guys, I lost y'all, hey? But I like what I like. So either fully dressed or a nice pair of shorts.
Okay.
Now,
All right,
Listen,
Nigel.
give me a man in a snowsuit with a mask, and you can only see like his eyes.
No.
Talk to me through your eyes, bro. Talk to me through your eyes. You know what I mean? Then we'll see who's sexy. You know what I'm saying?
all right.
Do you feel sufficiently objectified?
I do not. So here's the thing. Today on my bike ride here, there was a gentleman that was in front of me, and he had the
shorts.
like the half short that they're very popular right now, right? With the spandex underneath, short. They were loud. They were like a highlighter kind of yellow, and he had a white tank on, very in shape. Didn't miss a leg day, and I was like, this is what we're gonna talk about today. This is the very thing we're gonna talk about today, and I appreciate what he's rolling with. He had some earbuds on. I was gonna say, sir, I'm gonna talk about you today, but I didn't. But if you're watching, I'm talking about you today. But I think that's a good look. I think sometimes it's just the men looking good when they feel confident and they feel healthy, and sometimes when they're wearing whatever the clothing is that shows off some of the stuff, some of the hard work.
Yes.
Have at it, man. Have
There
at it.
you go.
This is probably a good time for me to imagine I rip my clothes
I
off.
was waving at the tearaway pants.
Well, during her latest appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Heidi Klum revealed that she has been already in the planning stages for her annual massive Halloween party. Her costume has been in the works for months. And in case you're counting, and maybe some of you are with your G-Cal, only 84 days away until Halloween.
Oh.
So how early is too early to start planning?
I've been thinking about it because we make a big deal about it on this show. So I like to be involved in that. And October's a month that sneaks up on you. It's a sneaky month. You're just all of a sudden, you're like, oh, it's the end of summer and you're busy in September, and then it's Halloween. And so you gotta think about it if you care. My idea for this year, for us, guys, I wanna hear your thoughts. Clueless is 30 years old this year. What do you think about us doing this?
Love that idea.
Come on, those are us.
it.
I feel like that's the three of us, and then we make Jess be one of the guys. She loves being a guy. She loves being a guy. Anyways, that's where my thoughts are
I
at.
love that.
Right? I know.
Yeah. What about you, Nige?
I think that's a great idea. Wish I could be here. Okay. I think, when is Halloween?
October 31st?
Great. You know what? October 30. Get ready.
Oh, the day before. Me too.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? You know, I understand, sure, all the preamble. But it's August. Let us enjoy August and the following months.
We don't have Labor Day weekend yet. We're talking about October.
Okay,
so early,
I respect that, but if
Yeah.
you're not a Halloween person, I get it, right?
Yeah.
It's like a lot to do about nothing. But if you are a Halloween person, then we start planning now.
Right.
Because I do group costumes with Erica Work. You know, she's a stylist on the show. And we go all out as a group. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. You can't do this on October 30th. We have to book makeup artists, hairstylists. Erica sources all of our costumes. We have to get childcare. I mean, there's a lot that's happening. And so we go all out. I get that's not for everybody, but this is like costume Super Bowl for us.
Yeah, well, let me say, I appreciate when I'm doom scrolling on my phone on the 31st and I see people like you who put all that effort in, because I want to be that person, but I'm with you, Nige. I'm the day before, and you're going to get some kind of headband or a sheet with two eyes cut out, and I'm like, I'm a ghost again.
I'm a cat.
Surprise.
Yeah.
I'm a cat.
Is it possible to, like, if people who are watching have ideas for us?
For us?
For the show?
What do you guys want to see?
What should we be?
What should we be as a group?
Clueless, we love.
I
Yeah.
know.
And you'll get a bonus if you include me.
Oh. Any ideas off the top of your heads? No? Charlie's Angels.
Classic.
Can I say the one that I really want to do?
What?
The Golden Girls.
Andrea, I love you. There is not enough skin in a Golden Girls outfit.
Blanche,
for
you
this
better be
girl.
quiet, Blanche. Blanche is sitting over there complaining. Blanche, right?
Blanche? I never saw a crop top on Blanche. Like, I don't know if I can do this.
But she's always, around.
Okay, get us on social media.
Okay.
Okay, you can weigh in on these, or if you've got ideas for us, we'll take them, okay? You give us
Yeah.
your ideas. Hey, Nigel, you may or may not be here on Halloween, so thank you.
You can be Stan.
Yes, I would love to do that. Well,
You can
thanks
stand.
for having me. It was a pleasure. I got to go finish War of the Worlds.
Yes.
Subscribe to the Social Podcast so you don't miss a fiery debate. Until next time, socialites.